All right, looks like we're broadcasting to Facebook and to LinkedIn. Let's just make sure that we're there in all of the places. YouTube is coming up and live. Here's Facebook. Make sure that we're live there. I always love to see the people who show up on Facebook. And I've got to make sure I mute my microphone. So I just mute the whole thing. And we'll go live onto LinkedIn. We'll give it a minute for people to show up because I didn't plan this thing at all. We'll just give people a minute to show up. But I did want to come live with you right now because somebody asked me a question recently about getting more visible in front of their target audience. And so I wanted to just spend a little bit of time with you talking about that today. And while these streams catch up and people start to join, I'm just going to say thank you very much for taking time out of your day to be with me here today. Your time is incredibly valuable. And I want to thank you for just spending a little bit of time with me today. All right, well, hey, let's get into this. If you're an entrepreneur or you're an expert, you're a coach or a consultant, you're some kind of a professional service provider, you know that you have clients on social media. There are about 800 million people on LinkedIn. There are about 3 billion people on Facebook and about 1 billion people on Instagram. So your clients are out there, but if you're not visible in front of these people, then they have no idea that you exist. And you could have the best service, you could have the best product in the world, but if you're not exposed to the people who would want to buy it from you or engage you for that service, then it's like shouting into the wind. And no one's going to hear you and no one's going to know you're there. So we're going to fix that here today. And if you are new to seeing me and you're wondering why socials are recommending this guy talking to you on these lives every single day, it's probably because you're some sort of an entrepreneur or you're an expert and you're looking for ways to attract more clients into your business. And that's what I do. My name is Prouty, and for the last 21 years, I have helped thousands of entrepreneurs and experts wildly grow their businesses by attracting clients to them through the internet. And people come to me because they have a product or service that they know can change an industry. They know they can impact lives and they can be seen as a leader in their industries, but they don't know what to do to be seen on social media. That's what we call visibility. And visibility is one of those tricky things that you think you know how to do it, but until it actually starts working for you, you might only be guessing. So let's clear the chaos, let's stop guessing, and I want to share with you 3 tips right now for becoming more visible on social media. And by the way, if this kind of thing interests you and you are an entrepreneur or an expert, I put this link right here. It's proutyclass.com. I'm going to pretend to look at it right here in the air. It's actually not in the air. I don't know if you know that. But I put this link right here for you so that you can go to proutyclass.com and register for a free workshop that I have coming up this week. It's on Thursday, it's at 3 p.m. and in this workshop, you're going to learn the 5 keys to attracting clients through social media. So what I want you to do right now is go to proutyclass.com, give me your name, give me your email, I'll send you an invitation. We'll see you on Thursday. All right, what were we talking about? We were talking about visibility. There are 3 things that I want you to start thinking about right now to become more visible online. The very first thing that I want you to think about is consistency. You see, the more consistent you are online, the more the platforms are going to extend your reach. And if you're consistent, if you show up every single day producing valuable content for your prospects, content that your prospects are going to see and say, wow, that's the person I've been looking for, the platforms are going to reward you for that. Contrast that to not being consistent, where you fall away from social media for weeks or months at a time, and then you come back expecting everyone to just open back up to you. It doesn't work that way. The platforms rely on you and your content for them to grow. And in order for them to grow, they're looking for the consistent input of content from its users. You're one of the users. So my recommendation to you first to increase your visibility is to produce content and produce it on a regular, consistent basis. By the way, if you're interested in learning what kind of content to create, that's something that I talk about in this class right here. If you just go to proutyclass.com, spend a little bit of time with me, I'm going to show you a content framework, a 3-step content framework that's going to create content that will get people to step out of the shadows and want to work with you. Step 1, produce consistent content. Step number 2, your content should be about your prospects. So the content should not be about you and your stuff, but should be about the prospects that you're looking to turn into clients. You see, these people are looking for you and they want you to solve their problems. You can't demonstrate that you can solve their problems if you're constantly talking about you and your stuff. So in the content that you create, I want you to be focusing on the transformation that you offer these people. And I can show you some very simple ways to do that if you head over to proutyclass.com, by the way. That's like an hour that we'll spend together talking about that. In my workshop that I'm giving this week. It's Thursday at 3 o'clock, live directly with me. I'll be answering questions. No replay on that this week because I want you there. I want you hanging out with me. So just go to proutyclass.com, register for that workshop, and I'll see you in 2 days, like literally 48 hours from right now as I'm doing this live, if you're here with me live. And by the way, thank you if you are. The third key to staying incredibly visible online is making sure, well, first of all, let's review the first two keys. The first key is consistency. The second key is creating content that is educational. And then the third key is making sure that you always understand the audience that you're speaking to. One of the problems that many entrepreneurs have is that they are so informed in their core competency, in what they do, that they have a very difficult time speaking at the level of their perfect prospects. So I want you to take a breath and realize that your perfect prospects do not fully understand what you do at the level that you do. Speaking at an expert level to someone who's a novice is going to push them away. It's going to turn them off. So I want you to focus on using the language and the language patterns that embrace the novice. Because you're not trying to hire, or you're not trying to get the experts to hire you. You're trying to get the people who need you. These are people that don't know what you do. They don't know the details of your expertise. So ditch the language, ditch all the acronyms, and bring it right down to the elemental level that's going to get that perfect prospect to say, wow, this person gets me and they understand me. And if you're doing that consistently and you're always educating and you're talking about their stuff and not your stuff and you're talking at their level, your visibility is going to absolutely skyrocket. And that's just one of like 10 different ways that I teach and mentor people in getting more visible online. And if you'd like to learn a few more of those ways, well, just go to proutyclass.com and register for the free workshop that I have coming up this week. Prouty's my last name, class is what I'm giving.com keeps me on the internet. That kid that you hear yelling outside this door keeps me on my toes. All right, quick review. The consistent publication of content. Content that is about them and their transformation and making sure that you're speaking at their level. For those of you who are here on YouTube, I am so grateful that you're here. If you click on my face, you can subscribe to my channel to get alerts every time I go live or every time that I create a video about growing your business. And while everything that I've taught you today is important, it might not be all that you need, which is why I'm going to put this video right here for you to watch and learn how to get more clients into your business. And if this is your first time seeing me today, you can subscribe to my channel and click on that notification bell so that you get alerts every time I create new content about growing your business. I'll be back later tonight for a more in-depth live. We like to have our evening chats, but I did want to go live with you right now. I'll tell you a little secret for those of you who have stuck with me. I'm actually doing a Tech Tuesday seminar right now with a bunch of my elite clients, and I'm teaching them how to broadcast live to Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube all at the same time. And they're sitting watching me do this right now. Made me a little bit nervous, but I think I got through it okay. I'll be back with you tonight, probably around 9:30 p.m. Eastern, so set your sundial to give you a cock-a-doodle-doo, and I will see you tonight. Thanks for hanging out with me today.